Ball milling is a process where we're taking and pulverizing the material. You have steel balls in a cylinder, and as the cylinder rotates around, the steel balls crash together, crash along the inside wall of the mill. It's essentially just crushing the material up, and the longer you run the material, the finer and finer the material gets. And the likelihood of the gross metallics will have a tendency to just flatten out. You definitely need different size ball mills to manage different size batches. Our smallest mills are tiny jar mills that are about a gallon size in capacity, all the way up to our 4,000-pound batch mills. The input of the materials varies quite a bit. You can go from something that just requires maybe an hour of milling all the way up to something that may take several hours. There are some mills that are more of a continuous process where, as you're going through the grinding process, the fines are flowing out of the mill continuously. In a traditional sort of batch mill, then what's happening is you will put on a graded door that has slots in it, and you continue to rotate the mill, and it will basically funnel drop down into a container or a drum, and you just continue to run the mill until the operators observe that there's no more material flowing out of the mill, and then they go through weighing the output of the mill to make sure that they have a mass balance. So you know what you weighed going into the mill, and you should be able to match that weight with some kind of reasonable scale tolerance. Unlike thermal reduction, you should not see a gross difference in the weights. And if you do, then the operators need to go and look for that. One other thing that we can do is we'll actually sand wash a mill, and we can literally put in clean bags of sand, run it through a cycle of grinding so that it has a tendency to pull out any of that dust residue that's hung up at the mill, and then discharge that and combine it with the lot.